After Trump's victory in the elections, many feminists and other rainbow activists were unhappy. They decided to channel all their anger and frustration through TikTok. Their outrageous reaction shocked the entire world.
Shut up and get to the point!
What amuses me is how calmly and stone-faced he set up camera, and how he transformed in just a second. This guy gives a masterclass in fake emotions, and shows how just hollow their exaggerated crying reactions are.
Another way to protest MAGA cheaply is to not shop. Don't shop. Don't shop. Crash the economy.
Some people are really stupid.
What an incredible idea! I thought such ideas only existed in cartoons where dumb characters suggest some ridiculous but funny nonsense as a joke. By the way, I also suggest we stop showering, brushing our teeth, and procreating, just to spite those patriarchal scoundrels. Economy after she skipped one trip to the store. Filming your tears on camera might be the strangest way to attract attention. Do they really think someone will feel sorry for them? Or maybe they hope to find sympathy among emotionally immature people like themselves. I wonder if a man were in her place, would he be branded as weak? Because real men don't cry. It turns out that not all privileges belong to men.
Women who can divorce their husbands, I'm gonna need you to do it today.
Judging by how easily she urges people to divorce their husbands, it's clear that she doesn't have one herself. I know this might shock you, but actually many women enjoy being married.
Alright, let me get this straight. So, they're gonna shave their heads, abstain from marriage, dating. I didn't think we could win twice in one day, but here we are.
It's funny how all these TikTok rebels don't even realize that by rejecting relationships, they just removing themselves from competition and doing everyone around them a huge favor. Such an aggressive reaction to the victory of the opposing side only highlights your inability to accept reality. They live in their own world with rainbow ponies, where defeat is impossible, and when it happens, their little pink Barbie land collapses.
Something feels weird. I'm one of the people who woke up in the middle of the night of election night just feeling a weird feeling, and I spent all day Thursday with a horrible headache, like sleeping all day, only waking up to throw up, and I've seen other people say that as well. Something is weird, and I love a conspiracy person just as much as the next, but I really do believe that something is weird going on. So I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'm kind of hopeful. I don't know. I feel like something's gonna happen.
I feel like she's on the verge of uncovering a great conspiracy. What is she hinting at? That Trump has some secret TikTok trend that turns people into zombies and forces them to vote for him. Sounds very convincing.
Let go, be free, and chop off your own hair, and scream in the street, and eat the cereal in the aisle in the grocery store before you buy it, and then buy it. Be who you would be if you weren't trying to get men to like you, because they won't.
Keep telling yourself that, darling.
After this protest, patriarchy officially fell. Some people think that shaving your head as a protest changes what? It's actually quite funny because feminists used to undress and create provocative looks to express their protest. Now they're doing vice versa. They're making themselves as unattractive as possible because they don't want to meet men's expectations. The circle is complete.
Why don't liberals just identify as if they won the election?
I think that for many TikTok experts this might be the only way out, since they just can't accept reality.
I literally fell to the ground crying. I had finally pulled myself together today because we actually are in a dangerous situation.
Oh yes, we are in a serious danger because a man won the election, just like the 44 men before him. And US is still the strongest country in the world. We urgently need to change something.
Where are all you Trumpers hiding at? You won, so you're free to come out and show yourselves. You don't need to hide anymore. We know you're out there. Probably right next door to most of us. You know, you could have just said it all along. There's no reason to keep hiding.
What do you mean by hiding? Half of your country voted for Trump. Where do you think they should hide? And why would they? Their candidate won, they're celebrating. But in your delusional world, they probably hid in fear. Oh yes, they've hidden probably in this house or somewhere in that crowd. By the way, here's their leader.
If you voted red, I hate you personally. And I do hope harm finds you. Like literally, you're gonna burn in hell because you voted for Satan. You little woman-hating, closeted, mommy issue, little loser.
In her funny little world, if you voted for Trump, you definitely have mommy issues and you hate women. How dare you to use your constitutional democratic right and vote for whoever you want? It's pretty strange that people fighting for equal rights and respect are so quick to wish harm on others.
Please tell me I'm not the only one crying at work. I'm trying to get it together before I have kids in here.
Tears from Trump haters is the most low-intellect spectacle I have ever seen. Why are they crying? What happened that's so terrifying? What's even more frightening is that people who can't control themselves work with children.
As you guys can see here, I'm standing next to Alcatraz Island, which no longer hosts prisoners and is simply a tourist attraction. However, in an effort to be sustainable, reduce, reuse, recycle per se, I'm thinking that we take all men to Alcatraz Island, and they are not allowed to leave until they take a lesson on how to revert their internalized misogyny, and only until they've passed a test that we women decide, are they allowed to leave Alcatraz Island. Let me know what you think. I think it could be great.
Whoa! This is a strong message!
A mature grown person wouldn't even think of saying something like that. It's funny how she doesn't see any hate in her words. Also, I'd like to see how technically she would execute this. Let's start with the fact that all men just won't fit on the island. Cause you know, the island is tiny and the number of men is large. Also, what's the plan for the millions of women who voted for Trump? As a man, I approve. As a trans man, I'm horrified of being alone on an island with a bunch of men.
I think it's disgusting that we live in a country where women cannot even go out and jog by themselves without them having to worry like, oh, am I gonna get murdered on this jog? Is there a man in the bushes looking at me like I'm a prey?
What? I'm sure that the biggest problem in the US is men hiding in the bushes. What are they doing there? Maybe it's time to go and interview one of them. I'm sure you can find them everywhere, on every corner.
No, I'm not coming to Thanksgiving. No, I'm not coming to Thanksgiving. No, I'm not coming to Thanksgiving. Why? Because I'm not coming to Thanksgiving. Why? Because I'm not coming to Thanksgiving. You know why.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Honestly, no one cares where she won't go. It's her personal problem and it doesn't really concern us. Maybe her family will be relieved because drama and fighting over who voted for whom is the last thing anyone wants to discuss on the family holiday.
I think one of the lamest things you can do as a woman is have a husband. I think it's really lame. Whenever I'm talking to somebody who I think is like somewhat cool and suddenly they're like, oh, my husband, I'm instantly like, oh, you're what? Gross.
Of course, if you don't count the fact that half of the world still lives like that. And if it's so disgusting, maybe we should just ban cross-gender relations altogether. Where would we get new people from then?
I'm gonna be leaving the US and I'm gonna be moving to Hawaii.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
What do you mean?
Just another day on TikTok. The funniest part is just watching how every second person plays the victim card, hoping everyone will feel sorry for them and like their video.
I'm sorry! No! 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 Why? Why? Why?
It seems like many people voted for Trump just to avoid being with these people in the same camp. It's an incredibly effective anti-ad for their party.
Yeah, I gotta cut it. Here we go. I given up on America? Have. Also given up on coloring this hair because, right? Coloring my hair, having my hair be long and luxurious, skinny, being hot, and all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Because clearly, they don't give a shit about us. And I'm talking to you too. Those of you ladies who have the internalized misogyny required to do what you did. Minorities who are so scared of a woman in power that you'd rather cozy up to the white man just in case some crumbs fall off his plate so that you may eat from them. We are embarrassing on the world stage. Oh, God. Stop talking to men. Divorce your husbands. Leave your boyfriends. Leave them. They don't give a shit about you. And I promise you, come over to this side. I will bake cookies. I will shave your head if you want me to.
Oh, now I see.
There's a certain type of person who can only attract attention by doing something strange and creepy. Just think about it. She's willing to literally shave her head to protest against patriarchy. I have bad news for her. No one cares about her haircut. And just think about this. She wants to punish men with her silence. I'm afraid this will become the best event in their lives.
Men
are going to live in fear.